Welcome you all to this session. In this session, let's discuss on advertising, ethical issues in advertising and promotion, CSR in marketing. CSR is corporate social responsibility in marketing, and importance of CSR. So advertising, the word advertising comes from Latin word advertere, meaning to turn the minds of towards. It is used for communicating business information to the present and prospective customers. It usually provides information about advertising firm, its product qualities, place of availability, or what do we call that as distribution, etc. Advertisement is indispensable for both sellers and buyers. We have discussed about advertising in our third module. So basically this advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods and services by an identified sponsor. So any paid form of non-personal selling, normally this advertisement will happen for a mass or a group of people. It doesn't happens to the individual. So that basically we call that as advertisement or advertising. So importance of advertising, we all know. I'll be moving fast on this. So one is promotion of sales. So basically it is for communication, and even though it is communication, it plays a important role wherein we are giving advertisement in order to improve our sales too. So promotion of sales, introduction of new product. Whenever you want to introduce a new product, it can be through advertisement. Then creation of good public image, definitely yes. Then mass production, research, education to people, support to the press. So these are the various importance of advertising. Anyway, we have discussed this in the previous session, so I will be moving fast on that. So promotion to sales, introduction to product, creation of good public image, mass production, then research, education of people and support to press. Let's discuss on ethical issues in advertising and promotion. In the previous session, we discussed what ethics is. Ethics are the moral values and principles you have set to follow yourself. So ethical issues in advertising and promotions are: one, misleading advertisements. So whenever we speak about advertisement, many a times there are false claims, making exaggerated or false claims about a product's benefit, such as overstating its effectiveness, can mislead consumers. We in advertisement definitely are going to speak positive about our product, definitely yes, but it should not be exaggerated. The benefit what a customer is going to receive should be clear enough. You should not give false information so that ultimately when a customer expects the benefit out of it and has purchased the product but is not receiving the expected benefit. It should not be like that. So you have to be fair enough. You have to give a clear-cut information. So ethical issues are basically, you can see many a times there is a false claim in the advertisements. Then bat and switch, offering products at attractive prices, but switching to the higher priced alternatives once consumers show interest in an unethical advertisement technique. So initially in order to attract the customer or in order to grab the attention of the customer, you charge very low prices. But once you have acquired that particular customer, or once you have received the interest of the customer, then you charge a very, very high price, which is not fair, So that is also an unfair practice, or it is an ethical issue. Then manipulative advertisement. Emotional manipulation, advertisement that prey on emotions, fear, guilt, anxiety, to pressure consumers into buying products can be considered unethical too. For example, making parents feel guilty if they do not buy a specific product for their children. You emotionally tackle them, saying or stating, if you are not giving or buying a specific product to your child, you create a sense of pressure that you are inevitably you have to buy that particular product. So that pressurizing part emotionally or with fear or creating some sort of guilt is not accepted. It is not ethical. Subliminal advertising, although controversial, some argue that these messages, hidden cues in the advertisement, are unethical as they manipulate consumer behavior without their awareness. It is also not fair. So, targeting vulnerable population, children and adolescents. Marketing to children can be particularly unethical if it exploits their lack of understanding or targets them with unhealthy products such as junk foods or something like this. So many times children might not be understanding what is the benefit out of that particular product, but you target the children. And without having a clear-cut understanding about the product, if you are without giving a specific information about the product, if you are targeting the children, and if you try to sell that product, it is an unethical practice. Children are especially impressionable and may not have the critical thinking skills to understand the marketing techniques. Elderly and low-income consumers, advertising that takes advantage of vulnerable population by using deceptive or aggressive tactics is also considered unethical. Then stereotyping and discrimination. So, if based on gender, race or cultural stereotypes, advertisements that promote harmful stereotypes, gender roles, racial bias and unethical, as they perpetuate negative, they spread the negative images and create a social harm. So, it should not be stereotypic. There should not be any discrimination based on the race or the region or the color. So you should not have that discrimination whenever you give an advertisement. So if you are doing anything racial, it is called to be unethical. Then body image issues. Many industries, particularly fashion and beauty, are criticized for promoting unrealistic body standards that contribute to poor self-esteem and body image issues, especially among young people. So we can see many companies do this also. Yeah, very practically it happens. So it is also considered not fair. Companies should not follow that. They should definitely not discriminate based on the various gender or race or something. And body image issues also not to be used for their advantage. So it is unethical. So ethics in digital advertising, invasive targeting. In digital marketing, the use of tracking cookies, personalized ads and behavioral targeting can raise privacy concern. We were speaking about this. using consumer data without proper consent, or making consumers feel spied on the ethical is ethically questionable. So you have complete information or the data about the customers. So how are you using that for the only purposeful use? It should not be sold to, the information should not be sold to some other third party. Why these consumers have given consent? Only for that specific purpose, the data to be used, and to maintain the privacy of that particular data is the utmost responsibility of any company. So they should not feel they're spied on. So that is very important. Clickbait, online advertising that use sensational headlines or images to lure users into clicking, only to lead them to irrelevant and low quality content, is definitely an unethical practice. We see so many things, this kind of things whenever we use internet. So we have some pop-up which is coming there, and once we click, actually the information which was given initially was different, and it leading to something else, some irrelevant thing. So that is also unethical. Ad placement, placing ad in appropriate contexts. Example, advertisement for alcohol on children's website. Definitely it is not good and is unethical and can harm a company's image. So companies should take care of all these issues. Then promotions and discount, false discount. Since you are providing, you put 50% off or 40% off, whatever. So due to that reason, few companies will change the price tags only for that specific offer period of times. So if you are providing an offer, it should be genuine enough. If you are using some sales promotion technique, it should be genuine enough. So you communicate to the customers showing a larger discount, but if you are changing the price tags only for that particular period, we don't call it as ethical, but we can still today we can see those practices which are happening. So it should be avoided. It should not be. It is very unfair. So unclear terms, using promotions with unclear and hidden terms. Example, buy one get one free with hidden fees, definitely is considered unethical. Even though we see in every advertisement there are conditions apply. Conditions apply is fine, but not to the extent where you actually quote something and you actually provide something. It is unfair. So these are the various ethical issues and in advertisement and promotions we spoke about: misleading advertisement, false claims and bait and switch, manipulative advertisement, then also targeting vulnerable population, then stereotyping and discrimination, ethics in digital advertising and promotions and discounts, false discounts, unclear terms. So these are the ethical issues in advertisement and promotion. So next move to corporate social responsibility in marketing. What do we call that as? CSR. So corporate social responsibility in marketing refers to a company's efforts to positively contribute to the society beyond profit making. As I said, the intention of the basic motto of the business is profit, but profit is not everything. So you acquire profit, you take reputation, you take goodwill, you have a very good name in this society. All this is fine, and at the same time, what are you giving back to the society is again very important. So CSR involves integrating ethical, social and environmental concerns into a company's marketing strategy and overall business operations. So CSR initiatives in marketing, cause-related marketing. Companies align their brands with a social cause. Example, promoting environmental sustainability, supporting education, to show their commitment to social responsibility. This helps improve brand image and builds customer trust. So, philanthropic business may engage in charitable activities such as donating a portion of profit to social cause or sponsoring community projects, demonstrating their commitment to give back to the society. As we all know, there is a certain percentage of profits which is made compulsion for companies to spend on CSR there. So, government has come up with that. So, using that, go with some charitable activities or profession of, a portion of profits for social, using it for social cause, something like this. So, what are you giving back to the society is important. Then, ethical supply chain, ensuring that products are sourced ethically from fair trade supplies or using environmentally sustainable materials is a key part of CSR in marketing. So, sustainability and environmental responsibilities, they are green marketing. Today we speak so much about green marketing. We are also speaking about green marketing even in toys, crackers. So, we speak about environmental friendly products. So, green marketing, promoting products that are environmental friendly, such as those made from sustainable materials, help brand positioning themselves as responsible corporate citizens. So, reducing carbon footprint. Companies involved in CSR initiatives work on reducing their carbon footprint, though eco-friendly packaging, waste reduction and supporting renewable energy sources. So, these are the various ways you try to promote CSR activities. So, sustainable production, businesses may engage in practices that reduce resource consumption, for example, water or energy, and minimizes environmental harm throughout the product life cycle. So, you should see in such a way that the products what you have come up and the ingredients what you have used should not harm the environment. So, it should be eco-friendly in nature. So, that is that. Then ethical treatment of employees and this is again a very important thing. Whenever we speak about CSR or ethics, it's not only applicable only to the customer but also to your own employees. Fair labor practices. Ethical marketing ensures that companies' operations are free from child labor, exploitation or unfair wages too. Companies may promote fair treatment of workers in their marketing campaigns. So, we have seen many examples where many customers of many developed countries had banned taking, they themselves had stepped back from taking the companies of specific company products, because the environment in which they were doing their production activity was not up to the standard. The employees were not given proper working conditions. Due to this awareness, many customers themselves took their step back by not buying that company product. So, it should not happen in that way. So, it is your responsibility to look after your own employees, provide them reasonable and good working conditions, fair wages, and to treat them equally. Provide them prompt promotions, do good HR activities. So, all this is your responsibility. It is your ethical and your social responsibility too. Then stakeholder engagement, involving stakeholders like employees, customers, communities in the decision making process and addressing their concerns show a company's commitment to being socially responsible. So long-term consumer well-being, consumer health and safety. Companies that prioritize consumer well-being, particularly in industries like food, healthcare, ensure that their products meet safety standards and promote healthy lifestyles. We have spoken about it. Then ethical product design, designing the products that are safe, durable and eco-friendly reflects on long-term commitment to consumer well-being and environmental responsibility. Community involvement, supporting local communities. Companies can engage in CSR by supporting local communities through job creation, education, healthcare programs, or providing resources to undeserved areas. So it is not economically balanced everywhere. Normally we can see the employment is generated more in metropolitan cities and city areas, whereas when it comes to rural areas, it is still underdeveloped. So you see that somehow you play a role in balancing that imbalance. So that is important. So these are the various CSR responsibilities in marketing. We spoke about it. CSR initiatives in marketing, cause-related marketing, ethical issues, then sustainability and environmental responsibilities, ethical treatment to employees and stakeholders, then long-term consumer well-being and also community involvement. So let's move to importance of CSR. Why is CSR important? CSR is important because some of the importance corporate social responsibility for every businesses are. One is to create a positive brand image. So CSR activity will definitely help you to create a positive brand image about your company. So positive brand will help widen consumer base and attract new customers. When potential customers see the staff giving back to the community, this makes a favorable brand and more customers are likely to associate with the company. Then it also helps you to be cost effective. Using less packaging, purchasing locally and increasing efficiency through better processes. Through CSR, it can educate about the use of reusing and recycling, thus saving the money for the business. So CSR is going to be profitable to you. So this helps you in a way of cost cutting too. So brand awareness and recognition. CSR is a great way to boost company's reputation and improve the chances of attracting the right customers. More people will hear about the business if they are committed to ethical practices. This leads to good word of mouth among the community and improves the brand awareness, which eventually translate into more sales. So the last is employee retention and engagement. Today retention plays a very important role because we can see many of the companies are suffering from something what we call that as employee turnover. So employees enjoy working conditions for companies that have a positive public image. CSR initiatives incorporate volunteering programs that foster values such as empathy and loyalty, leading to better teamwork among employees. Employees at CSR oriented companies are happier, less stressed and have a better relationship with their colleagues, which is very important, which is going to be beneficial to the productivity of the company and also to have a better image about the company. So this is why CSR is important. So thank you. Let's continue in the next session.